and welcome our beloved viewers to RTD's News English Edition. As usual, we'll begin tonight's news with the major and top highlights. Let's follow. Message of congratulations from the President of the Republic to the Ethiopian Prime Minister for the new year. And on the international scene, the United States honors the memory of the victims of September 11, 20 years later. Those were our major top highlights. Welcome back to our newsroom, our beloved viewers. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, on the occasion of the celebration of the Ethiopian New Year, wished success to Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali, as well as more well-being, progress and prosperity to the brotherly and friendly Ethiopian people. These wishes of the head of state came in a telegram sent to Mr. Abiy, whose unceasing efforts to provide his country with all the necessary foundations for the achievement of sustainable development he praised. I hope that the context of joy and conviviality of the celebration of the new year will be a dynamic, conducive to the brotherhood and unity of the sister nation of Ethiopia, wrote President Guelleh in this message. He reiterated his faith in Ethiopia's ability to quickly reconnect with its historical cohesion, which is at the origin of its statue as a model of development in the region and in the continent. The Republic of Djibouti looks forward to its complementary relationship extended to all development sectors with the sister nation of Ethiopia. The head of state noted in the same document before renewing his best wishes to Prime Minister Abiy and the entire brotherly people of Ethiopia. A similar message was also sent to the President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Mrs. Sahale Worku Zewde. The Ministry of Trade and Tourism received this morning a joint mission of the WTO supervision and the EIF on the reclassification of the statue of LDC of the Republic of Djibouti. This meeting is the mission for the evaluation of ongoing projects and the identification of projects essential to the development of trade and tourism. It is to examine the charge of statue of Djibouti, which should become a middle-income country around 2025. The delegation was composed of Mr. Paulwin, country coordinator, Walter Medrako-Filho, regional portfolio manager for Eastern and Southern Africa, and Mrs. Daria Shatskova, legal economic affairs officer. The meeting was attended by the Secretary General of the Ministry of Trade and Tourism, as well as the UMOIRC Djibouti team and the Director of the Tourism Office. The session, chaired by His Excellency the Minister of Trade and Tourism, began with the welcome and availability of the mission. Among the multiple objectives of the mission is the key issue of reclassification of Djibouti from LDC statute to emerging country statute, and other key negotiations as the development of the tourism sector in Djibouti. Yesterday afternoon was the September 11, 2022, that was celebrated by the mayor of the city, and the Embassy of the United States of America inaugurated a site dedicated to the memory of the attacks of September 11, 2001. The mayor of Djibouti has granted a site that will now be dedicated to the commemoration of the terrorists' attack on September 11 from the former town twins of the World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan in New York to the Djiboutian American friendship. Indeed, it's the intersection located on the road to Venice that the mayor of the city, accompanied by the ambassador of the United States of America, Mr. Jonathan Pratt, have both integrated this place in this presence of local elected officials and many guests on this occasion. It should be noted that in these early hours, the Republic of Djibouti has distinguished itself by its immediate and unwavering support that the Djiboutian people have shown to the American people. Thus, this just illustrates the bond that unites our country with the United States and serves as a place for the future generation to commemorate September 11. Each year on this day, Djiboutians and American expertise will take this place as a site that will become a memorial over the years. On this occasion, the ambassador of the United States in Djibouti expressed his happiness and gratitude to participate in this event, in particular for the existing friendship between the two friendly countries. He noted that Djibouti and the United States have a strong and deep-rooted cooperation, praising the efforts of the Djibouti government by providing support from the tragic event of September 11. The delivery pipe at the desalination plant of Dorale has suffered some technical problems, and the Spanish company Tedegoa, with the assistance of ONIAD, are working to repair it. These inconveniences will cause significant distributions for 5 to 6 days. To mitigate the situation, ONIAD has set up a water distribution schedule for the areas affected by the disruption. However, ONIAD urges the people and the population to use water rationally. A strong delegation led by the Director General of the National Social Security Fund, Deqa Ahmed Roblin, composed of her main collaborators, senior officials of different departments of her institution, went last Sunday to Ali Sibiha. Her trip is part of the organization of a day of promotion and popularization of social offers of the National Security Fund, known by its acronym CNSS, to the doors of the inhabitants of the region. Her convoy reached its destination. She was received by the prefect of the region, Mr. Musa Adam Megan, surrounded by the president of the Regional Authority of Decentralization, Mr. Sharmaki Hassan Alale, the member of the National Parliament, Abdou Siki Dere. After a brief meeting with the officials of the region, the director of the CNSS is led to its headquarters of the Regional Council, located a few blocks from these places. Note that the capital of this region in the southwest of the country has hosted the first regional headquarters of the CNSS in a major city in the interior of the country. The event took place at the headquarters of the Regional Council of the city of Aska in an atmosphere of popular fervor. Introduced in this place, the director of the CNSS was welcomed in an atmosphere of popular fervor. The ceremony comes after the opening of a branch of the CNSS in Ali Sabih. It began with the reading of a verse of the Holy Quran, followed by the singing of the national anthem by all the audience standing as one. On Monday, September 12, 2022, was held in the meeting room of the Regional Council of Arta an information exchange session on the project participation of the civil society in governments and local development. Before the opening of the meeting, a courtesy visit was paid on the prefect of the region, Abdul Malik Mohammed Bonaita. This project is financed by the European Union and implemented by the International Association of Francophone Mayors under the institutional anchorage of the Ministry of Interior. The general objective of this mission is to exchange with the members of the Regional Development Coordination Committee and civil society organizations on the project and on the guidelines of the call for proposals in the direction of civil society organizations of the realization of concrete projects in coherence with the local development priorities of the region, which is part of the project components. The meeting in Obakh was chaired by Mr. Mohammed Humad Ismail, Vice President of the Regional Council, and was attended by some 30 people represented local elected officials, decentralized government services, and civil society organizations. Arta Solar 7 and the team Al Marrikh met the match yesterday afternoon at the stadium El Haj Hassan Guled Abtidan, which was part of the first preliminary round of the CAF Champions League 2022-2023. On this occasion, the team of Arta Solar 7 began the match in great shape for yesterday afternoon against the team of Marrikh of Sudan. This match is marked by the presence of the Secretary of State for Sports, the Minister of Education, Mr. Mustafa Mohammed Mahmoud, the Minister of Commerce, the deputies of the Assembly, officials of the Federation and Djibouti Football, the entire technical staff of the team Arta Solar 7, supporters of the team. The match attracted many Djiboutian spectators, but also viewers who had followed it live through the RTD. The team of Arta Solar 7 scored a goal for the first half thanks to Moge, who signed a magnificent goal. The match ended with a score of 2-1 against Al Marrikh team and Arta Solar team. Shifting gears towards the international scene now, the United States honors the memory of the victims of September 11. Let's follow.
Biden commemorated the 21st anniversary of the 9/11 terror attack at the Remembrance event Sunday at the Pentagon, delivering her first remark that honored those killed there. I know for all those of you who lost someone 21 years is both of lifetime and not time at all, Biden said at the National 9/11 Pentagon Memorial in Arlington, Virginia. It is good to remember this memorial help us heal, but they can also open up the heart and take us back today that moment when the grave was so raw. The president told about a message sent to American people on September 11, 2001 from Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom, who died Tuesday, recalling that she wanted reminded us a quiet grave is the price we pay for love.
Carlos Alcaraz became the world's youngest number one on Sunday. Let's follow.
Carlos Alcaraz completed his rapid rise to the top of the tennis world on the Sunday, claiming his first Grand Slam title and taking the number one ranking with 6-4, 2-6, 7-6, 6-3 win over Norway's win over Norway's Casper Ruud in the US Open final. Alcaraz, 19, fell to his back and kept his hand to his face before jumping up to Prince Ruud at the night. He then claimed past photographers and into the stand to celebrate in his pose with his team.
Well, but it's our beloved viewers. We conclude this edition. Thank you for being with us and make sure to tune in later for more. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining us. Take care.